subscribe here. Thanks for watching this supplemental on how to make a square and a rectangle. I know that sounds really basic, but I think I came up with a fast and easy way to do it, especially when you're trying to do a specific size shape. I use this in my pop-up card videos to make stands and also as part of the featured shapes. The material list is here. You can certainly use bond paper if you don't have cardstock. Okay, so here I'm going to make a square of no specific size just to show you the technique of folding it up into a square shape. So I've got a piece of paper here, folding over one side about a ½ inch or a centimeter. And then I'm going to open it up again and put glue on that ledge that I just made. You don't have to use a glue stick. You can use any glue that works for you. This just works well for me. Then you take the other side of the paper and you roll it over to meet the edge of that, the crease of that fold, and then press it all down flat. And then you open it up to meet the two creases together in the middle. They have to meet in the middle, and then flip it over and do the same thing to the other side and press everything down flat. That's how you get a square, when you meet those crease marks in the middle. So that's how you make a square of no specific size. Now I'm going to show you how to make a square of a specific size. So let me just draw this out so you can see what I'm talking about. It's really simple. The nature of a square is it's got four sides that are all equal. So in this case, I'm going to make a square that has one side at 4 centimeters. So since one side is 4 centimeters, all four sides will each be 4 centimeters. So I take 4 centimeters, multiply it by the four sides, and I get 16 centimeters. And that's the distance all the way around the square. So that's going to be the length of my piece of paper. I'll show you how to do that. So I just have a general piece of paper here, no specific length, and I'm folding up the bottom again like I did earlier, and now I'm going to flip it over to make my measurement. So at the fold line, I'm going to measure up 16 centimeters. I'm going to make two marks at either at the other side of the paper like this, and then meet them with a line so that it's a nice straight line, and when I cut it out it'll give me a straight edge at 16 centimeters. So I follow the same steps as before. I put glue on the ledge, press it down flat, then I open it up and meet the two creases in the middle and press it down flat again. And that's how you get a square with 4 centimeters on each of the four sides. I don't know if you can see this, but it's at 4 centimeters. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make a rectangle. This first one is going to be no specific size. The thing you have to remember is a rectangle has a length and a width, and one of them is going to be shorter than the other. So once again, I have a new piece of paper. I'm going to fold up the one edge, and then I'm going to put glue on it, just like I did before, and then taking the other side and pushing it over, gluing that down, just like I did earlier, flattening the whole thing out. Now this is where it's different. Instead of squeezing the two middles together, I can't do that since this is a rectangle. So I'm just going to pinch it here near the fold line, about a centimeter or two away from the fold line, and then press the whole thing down flat from there. And that's how I get a rectangle of no specific size. Now let me show you how to make a rectangle with a specific size in mind. So back to my drawing. Let's say I want a rectangle that's 4 centimeters by 2 centimeters. So you take 4 centimeters and you multiply it by 2, and 2 centimeters, multiply that by 2, and then you add up 8 plus 4, just like this, and you get 12 centimeters, the distance all the way around the rectangle. So I have a piece of paper again. See how I folded the bottom, just like I did with the other shapes. Flip it over, and at that fold line, I'm going to measure 12 centimeters up, just like I did before. And then make my line. So now that I know that my measurements are a 4 by 2 a rectangle, I'm going to make another mark here. From that line, I'm going to measure down 4 centimeters. Then I'm going to draw a line between my 2 marks there that I just made at the 4 centimeter line. And now I can cut off the 12 centimeter mark like this. And I can start making my rectangle. That's a 4 by 2 rectangle. So just like the steps before, put glue on my ledge, and take the other side, roll it over, and then press it down. Press the whole thing down flat. And again, a rectangle has one side that's shorter than the other. So since the great thing is, since I made that mark, all I have to do is just pinch it to that mark. Just follow that mark, pinch it all the way across, and then once I have that down, flatten it out from there so that the whole thing is laying down flat. And when I open this up, you'll see that it's indeed 4 centimeters by 2 centimeters. Let me get a ruler. These are the techniques that I use to create paper squares and paper rectangles. I use them for my pop-up cards, either as the stands that, for the pop-ups, or as part of the technique on making the feature shapes. Thanks for watching. Check out my channel, Square Type. Bye.